Hello friends, welcome back to Aligned Plans, welcome back to the channel. How are you today? So in today's video, we're going to be chatting about, as the title suggests, we're going to be chatting about the different inserts that you can get for mindfulness and some of the more practical ways that you can use them. So if you have been subscribed to the Cloth and Paper subscription box and you have been receiving all of these beautiful inserts, but you're sort of stumped or you feel overwhelmed of how to actually use them effectively, I'm going to give you a few tips that have worked for me that I'm hoping that you can apply as well, and hopefully it brings you a little bit more clarity. Now, if you are brand new and this is the first time that we're meeting, hello, welcome. My name is Meshi and I am the person behind Aligned Plans. I'm so glad that we are chatting here. Consider subscribing if you have not yet already. We talk twice a week now. We talk on Tuesdays and on Saturdays, and we talk about anything and everything minimalist planning. We dive into unboxing videos, planner tips, beginner tips, all the good stuff. So if that sounds good and you wanted to use these tools with more intention and with more intentionality, then I think you would really love it here. Okay, let's dive into this. So I'm going to be looking at the little booklet that we have received from Cloth and Paper that says Mindful. So this is their mindfulness practice booklet. I will show you the inside and I'll give you recommendations of how you can use them. We will also look at the affirmation mindfulness insert, also from Cloth and Paper. We will take a look at the daily gratitude log and how you can use them, and then also the check-in, or like the weekly check-in that you can use at the beginning of the week. So let's get started with the booklet first. So here, if you're not familiar with this, it just says mindful in the front, and then it's basically a 30-day journal. It's a 30-day mindfulness journal, and basically the idea is, and it kind of gives you some instructions of how to use it, but basically you journal every single day for the next 30 days, and you kind of set your intentions of what your expectation is for the next 30 days, what the word of the month is, things that you're looking forward to, things that you want to actually learn, and how you can kind of make the most of, like, essentially like what is the intentionality behind why you decided to kind of use this book. And then as you get into this, so here's a blank page here, and let's get you guys zoomed in so you can take a look. So we have, on each page you have the exact same thing, so I'll just show you one. You have, this morning I'm feeling, my word of the day is because, and then it gives you some lines. Today I'm feeling grateful for things that will help me accomplish my goals. And then in the evening, you kind of do a little bit of a check-in of, this evening I'm feeling, today I accomplished, and what can I improve to make tomorrow better. So the way that I kind of see that you guys can use this really effectively is literally like, this should be it's a standalone book. So think of this really reminds me of, I feel like I've shown you this before. This really reminds me of the 5-minute journal. It's the same sort of idea, where here, if you're not familiar with the 5-minute journal, you have things you're grateful for, what would make today great, then you write down your affirmation, and then you're doing the evening check-in. And I've been really loving this because it's very quick and easy. So this is sort of like Cloth and Paper's take on that concept. So the way that, let me just adjust my sweater. So the way that I think that you can use this is literally just leave this by your bedside and fill this out first thing in the morning, or spend a few minutes really just jotting down, sort of not so much like what the word of the day is for you. Maybe you kind of know what the word of the day is for you, but just kind of writing down and really tuning into how your body's feeling, how you're actually feeling emotionally, maybe something, because sometimes when you first wake up, I don't know about you, but a lot of the times I actually have a lot of things that kind of come up that I haven't really processed from the previous days or from the previous weeks. So all of those emotions tend to kind of come up first thing in the morning for me. What you're grateful for, and then things that help me accomplish my goals. So sometimes that can be something so micro, like a small little thing that will help you move the needle. So don't think big things here. So I think that you can spend a few minutes in the morning and then a few minutes in the evening, but I would definitely just leave this by your bedside and see sort of how things are shifting for you within 30 days. So that's kind of how I see this, as sort of like a baseline, as something that gets you into journaling and something that will allow you to kind of just tune into what's happening. Now moving on to these two things, these two inserts, I recommend using weekly, okay? And the way that I think that you can use them weekly is by checking in on your, so this one, the one that says beginning of the week, you can kind of write down your commitments, your priorities, what you need to organize, your ideas, and then what your intention of the week is. But you can absolutely make this entire insert very much based on your mental health and what your commitments, so instead of what your commitments are, don't think work commitments, and don't think commitments as in your to-do list. I don't think of it like this. I think of commitments. The commitment section can be, what is my commitment to myself, right? Like, what could be like the thing that I'm making a promise to myself that I'm intending to keep? What I'm going to be prioritizing because of that? How am I going to organize my space, my energetic space and my physical space? So maybe it could be like, I'm going to keep my desk organized, or I will, you know, put my intentions on my mirror. That's what I mean by organized. Like on a physical level, what is a few easy to do things that you can actually accomplish that will give you like a quick reminder here that will help you accomplish those intentions and your commitments to yourself, right? And then any ideas or any insights, to me, I would change ideas to insights. So anything that kind of came up while you're doing these things for yourself. Because sometimes as you're doing these practices, you get brand new insights because you're doing a new practice. So whenever you get involved in doing, it's sort of like when you start doing a new workout, you realize how strong you are, right? So same idea. And then you can really like hash it out, like, how can I have a more productive week? What does productivity really mean to you, right? But again, bring it back to what will give you sort of like chasing that planner piece. That's how I kind of like to think of this weekly intentions, being intentional with what is something that will bring you peace, what is something that will kind of reduce your anxiety, what is like one small thing that you can do each day that will move the needle so that you're not looking back on your week with complete dread. So this is sort of where you can kind of hash it out. And this, under the notes section, if this is the only insert that you have, I think that this would be a fantastic way to also maybe print out some images, something that will actually inspire you. And then you can kind of hash out on a longer format of any insights and any discoveries that you made about yourself while keeping up with those practices. Or if you fell off the wagon, how did that feel and why did that happen? Because then again, that will be an opportunity for you to really practice self-compassion and kindness to yourself, so that you're not looking back at it like as a drill sergeant, like, oh, it better be done. You're looking back at it with compassion, like, you know what, for a few days this week, I wasn't really sleeping all that well. I kind of forgive myself for not being able to complete my workouts, for example. So this would be a space where you can kind of do that. And then this guy, with the affirmation, like the focus, the affirmation, the mindful intention, and free thoughts, I like to look at this as sort of like, you can literally just look at this as a weekly tracker where each day you write down your affirmations. Now, if you're struggling with affirmation, I wanted to kind of give you a couple of recommendations. I bought this. This is from Mel Paper. I will link them below so you guys can check them out. They have both a mindfulness deck and an affirmation deck. And if you're not big on like oracle cards and things like that, I think that this is such a minimalist deck. Like, it literally just has the affirmation in there. So this would be a really nice way that you can keep track of it here, as well as here. We'll talk about the daily gratitude in a moment, but here you can literally either write it out or you can pull one each day. So see, it says, I say yes to the truth and peace. Let's see another one. I wake up every morning ready and excited for a new day. I actually pulled that quite a few times this week. So But you can get something like this. You can use your oracle cards. If you work with oracle cards, you can look up positive affirmations. You can get an app that will kind of help you with affirmations, or literally you can just set your own. The mindfulness deck is a little bit different because this actually has mindfulness practices. So these are a little bit longer, that like literally gives you like an actual practice that you can try. So it would be like, okay, do a complete digital detox. Don't rely on digital devices as a source of comfort, and through constant notifications and social media updates, they leave us on high alert. So create a false sense of urgency and cause fears of missing out and leading to anxiety and isolation. So it actually explains like why you want to kind of create, you know, that one positive action. So you can use the mindfulness practices sort of like a free thought, like, okay, this week, let's say you don't pull one every day. Let's say you pull one, you know, like 2 for the week, and then you kind of give it a few days to kind of try it. But I really love these because they're so simple, and at the same time they're very, very effective. So free thoughts would be like a place where you can kind of write down, again, your reflections, giving you time and space to really reflect on how those practices are serving you will more likely make it stick as a practice rather than feeling like it's a chore or it's an obligation. There's a really big difference between something that you get to do versus something that you feel obligated to do, just so that you can say, oh look, I filled this out. So this is just my recommendation, that you can use these weekly. Obviously you can use them daily if you write a lot. I think that you have enough space on the page where you can use, like, this can be 1 week, this can be another week, right? But it'll give you space to write down your affirmation. Under mindful intentions, maybe you don't write down your intentions, maybe you write down like your mindfulness practice if you choose to practice mindfulness, or you can just write down what is your intention for that day, and it can be something very simple. And then free thoughts is, through those actions, how did it make you feel? And you might even just use like a symbol, or I was going to say an emoji, but you might not write that in. But you might just simplify like with 1 to 2 words of how that actually made you feel. But I think that it's very important that you give yourself that space where you can kind of reflect on how those practices are serving you, because you don't want to keep doing practices that are really not helping you move the needle in any way, shape, or form. So that's kind of how I like to use this guy. And then the last one, which is a brand new insert from Cloth and Paper. So this came in the last one, and I mentioned in my previous videos that I wanted to kind of give you guys, again, some ideas of how you can use this. Daily gratitude log will stay within your planner, okay? So after you've done your morning routine, after you've done your morning workout, your visioning, if you do that, your meditation, if you practice meditation, that's when you start, like, even just spending 15 minutes planning your day, you can come to your daily gratitude log. So think of this as sort of like a daily tracker. Again, fantastic way to really use your affirmations. A lot of these are really short, so you can write down each day what your card says. If you're using oracle cards, like I have one here it's a little bit longer, you might just write down, I am filled with light. So that might be, you know, one of your affirmations. You can use this for affirmation. You can use this for writing down like 3 things that you're grateful for if you're following a gratitude list or as a gratitude practice. You can also use this for intention setting. For intention setting, each day you literally write down what your intention is, and then on your daily actual planner page, like on your daily log, you can kind of reflect back on how did that day go? Was there like a consistency with what your intention was versus how your day actually turned out? And then you can also cross-reference that with the mindfulness log as well. And another way that you can use this is any daily insights. So if you have like any aha moments, or if you see like a quote that really you resonated with, this would be a fantastic way that you can kind of write it down and really keep track of it, because once you look back, it's almost like just capturing your own mindfulness journey, your own inner journey, your own healing journey. That's sort of like the whole point of all of these inserts, is to capture where you are in your mental wellness and where are we finding gaps, and then how can you kind of close those gaps. So whether you use cards or you use, you know, like inspiration through Pinterest, the way that you get there doesn't really matter. What actually matters is the end results. Will that kind of move the needle for you in your mental health? Did that create a little bit of space between the stimuli that's coming in and then the way that you react to it? That's sort of like the whole premise behind any mindfulness practice in general. So these are like the main things that I kind of wanted to mention without making this video super long. Let me know in the comments below, what is the number, what are you currently using for your own mental health, for your own mindfulness practice? Are you using oracle cards? Are you using a gratitude tracker? How are you kind of keeping track of this? So I would love to know. Let me know in the comments below. This is all I want to share with you guys. I hope that you find this helpful, useful. If you did, you can give me a thumbs up. You can subscribe to the channel if you have not yet already. And just keep planning, you guys, and I will see you guys again in my next one.